Clearing the lymphatic kind of toxin around your respiratory system. Very important in today's pandemic and all that. You're also concerned about respiratory health, so this really helps. And then the last point is the small intestines. So you hold your rib cage like that, and you move across the entire rib cage downwards. You might feel sore, and if you feel sore, that is a good point. That means there are toxins that needs to be flushed out. So don't be scared. If you feel soreness, you need to do it more. That's your body's way of talking to you and telling you that there are toxins in your body which needs to go out. So this takes care of toxins. And the second last exercise, the seventh exercise, is called the zip up. This is basically to protect yourself like a shield from all negativity and energies and radiation that you have. So what you do is you hold your fingers like this, get it near the pubic bone, and kind of get it right up till to the lower lip and form a heart. Okay. If you have any positive affirmation that you would like to say, this is a good time to say that. You could say like, I'm whole, I'm perfect, I'm strong, I'm powerful, and kind of feel it. And do this a couple of times till you feel good. So this is called a zip up. And the last exercise, again, to kind of finish everything off and kind of, lock in and close the energies, is called a hook up. So you take the middle fingers, one hand on the navel, one hand on between the eyebrows, push it in and pull it up. Yeah. It doesn't matter which hand it is. Take the middle fingers, push it in, pull it up, and stay there for 4, 5, 6 breaths, whatever you feel is right. So this kind of connects the whole energy system and the front of your energy body with the backside of your energy body. So you form like a complete circuit.
Yeah.
So this is like the 8 routines that which you do every day, should do it every day, and it's just fantastic.
So
you see the changes.
For the watchers here, who have joined in. So how long do you think you should do this every day?
There is no hard and fast rule, Mike, with this. There's nothing that you can go wrong with it. It is your own body's energies. You need to find the comfort. You can do it after your shower, or you want to do it probably before you leave for work, or you're feeling a bit stressed out stepping out of your house to get something. You can do it that time. You can do it in the evening, or you could do it even at night before going to sleep. As comfortable as you feel, you can do it. I do it like once. I started off with once or twice a day, and I think once a day is good enough, to keep myself charged up.
So yeah, we have a couple of questions. Sukoon is asking, or she's mentioning that this is very similar to the brain gym they use for the kids at school. Helping them with the activities and integrating the left and the right together. So brings more focus and attention. So there are a lot of, you can get out of this. Not only cleansing the system, not only aligning yourself with the energy levels around you, but also cleansing, bringing more focus, getting rid of that wavering anxiety, So it's a lot of benefit because they're all in together. Because we are energy. That's all we are. So if we can bring it and let it flow through us much better or clearly, we can perform much better in our lives.
What the good part is, Mike, you kind of trust your body then. What happens, people get scared when there is something that happens to your body. It happens to everyone, you kind of worry why this pain or what's happening, and especially during these times. And when I was down with COVID, I focused a lot on cleaning the respiratory kind of energies around it. And there is something which is called as a flush. So what you do is each meridian, like for example, my lung meridian, you do a lung meridian flush. So you kind of take out the toxin from your lung meridian and kind of charge it up again. So it is just fantastic.
Oh yeah, definitely. In Ayurveda also, we talk about the chakras, but also we talk about the meridians. There are so many different points of meridians that are there, and you use pressure points as such to stimulate them. Just like how you were doing with the lymph, you're basically stimulating the lymph that's here under your shoulders, and get it towards the heart, because the heart starts circulating it with energy because it sends it. The heart's job is to send it
Exactly.
out. I mean, these are so aligned. There's so many things. There's so many modalities that everybody should be knowing about. So tell me, another thing is, how do you, you know, this is some of the ways that you think we can pick up quick energy. Like you said, we can have this done in the morning or in the day or in the evening. But what about kids? You think kids can, of course, do it? Sukoon mentioned they're doing that in school.
There's absolutely no restriction. If the kids learn sooner, the better. And even if it's a newborn baby, and you want to practice on them, you could do that. So there is another pattern is drawing figure eights. Now, why figure eights is because when energy is looked up by an energy healer, they see a lot of figure eights, and now figure eight is very synonymous with the sign of infinity. So coincidentally, these kind of figure eights connect the entire grid of energy systems around you. So if your baby is cranky or is not falling asleep, you can do energy 8 around it. If there is a certain part pain in your body, you do an energy 8 around it. If your eyes are feeling sore, you kind of just do an energy 8 pattern around it. And these exercises will keep on getting affected once you keep on doing this daily energy routine, quicker. Energy can be used to dissipate pain from one part of the body and just kind of flush it out from your system. And it's amazing. It's instantaneously. You don't need to be an expert. Everyone has this energy. They just need to, harness it.
Correct. And, of course, there is another question saying, where they can check out or do a course. And I'm going to mention to the audiences, Amit has done a pretty detailed video, a few episodes, I guess, on this, so they can check out your Instagram, and they can always reach out to you, for further. I'm sure you offer some courses where you can help them out if they, on which website or which course to do. So,
Absolutely.
Good. So my other question would be also is, what about when somebody is pregnant or somebody is going through, like you said, COVID, somebody's sick?
That's it. That is the time where you can really test it yourself, even if you're going through pregnancy. Like I told you, my energy is neither good or not bad. I don't kind of see it in that way. I kind of see it whether the energy is not flowing strong or the energy is weak. So basically, how do we do that? So even if it's pregnant and you kind of want to pass on positive energy and vibes to your child, to your unborn child, you could do that. And if you want to kind of smooth it and kind of energize them and kind of keep them protective in a kind of an aura, you can do all that. So there is no restrictions at all when you're practicing energy medicine.
Of course, that's really true, because everything is energy. Even the leaves, the plants, the herbs, everything is energized. What I've started practicing myself is when I sit down to eat anything, I have kind of said it gratefully to be grateful for that food, but also that food is giving me the energy that I need. So those are practices also.
And do you know that if you can become really good at it, you can pick up that food and you can energy test it whether that is good for you. So what is good for me not necessarily is good for you energetically. And what is good for me at 6 in the evening might not be good for me at 10 in the morning. So it's dynamic, energy is flowing and fluctuating by the second, by the microsecond. So if you kind of align yourself with that, I think
that is the key. Give us another tip. Like you mentioned that these are the energy to bring the energies up. But what are the other ways where we can figure out our own energy, our own frequency as such? What you have practiced?
So, Mike, you would have to do the course to understand that for yourself. It would not be right on my part to tell you, what's good for you. Each person is different. Your particular chakra could be something which is hindering your kundalini flow, or there could be something you're strong at and it is feeding off onto another energy meridian. So like you have something which is called as a triple warmer, which is the fight or flight energy. Now everyone has a highly hyperactive triple warmer. So what happens is this triple warmer feeds on the spleen meridian. So when it comes continually feeding on the spleen meridian, which is an important meridian which kind of takes care of all, it doesn't have that enough energy to kind of, balance everything out. It's like a traffic cop. It's getting, pulled down by some traffic violators and its energy is diverted. So there are a lot of things that you would learn once you do the course. So that's why I say the daily energy routine is something which is kind of universal for all. It takes care of the toxins, it takes care of hooking up, it takes care of balancing, it activates the energy system. So it's like it takes in bits and pieces of all these exercises and kind of puts it all together.
So, doing this at night before you sleep, would you think that would be the right, because it may energize you? I mean, or would it put you to sleep because the energy is flowing much better?